so much goes on behind the scenes, and when I upload these YouTube videos, I make them look as much as easier as possible for you guys to understand. But now, to be here and really interpret the market and understand what the market sometimes is trying to do or what the market is trying to communicate took me a while. And I know, watching other YouTube videos, other YouTubers, you might hear some say it took them 2 years, 3 years, to understand the Forex market or even to become profitable in this Forex market. But here I am, after so many years, guys. So the reason why it took me all this while, I never had no mentor. I never knew where to start from, guys. Yeah, so back in 2019, when I came across Forex trading, guys, I never knew what I should be doing. I never knew that you need to get the knowledge to understand or even to try trading Forex market. Those were never in my mind. All I saw was luxurious life that people do post, in the internet, that is YouTube, whichever, Instagram. But I never knew that these guys had the knowledge of Forex trading because they did, learn it from somewhere. But then all I did promise myself was I was ready to lose for the next 6 months, as long as I got, to understand what this Forex trading was all about. So yeah, like I said before, I never had a mentor. So the struggle was real, guys. Like I said, I started 2019 around December. That is when I did open my first Forex trading account. And basically, I never even knew how to operate the MetaTrader 4. So nobody was around to tell me how to, use this MetaTrader 4 thing. Back then, we never had MetaTrader 5. So yeah, all I used to see, some crazy influencers, posting as the wins, the cars, and I'm like, okay, I want to be there. You understand? I believe definitely when you start Forex trading, that's the first thing that do attract you. So yeah, I never knew actually that you could search on YouTube and understand how to use MetaTrader 4. I never knew we had something like was the trading view, something like that. Yeah, I never knew such platform existed. All I knew was Forex trading, the word Forex trading. So that is what I was going with. So yeah, I remember my friend told me that when you see a green candlestick, that's a buy, and a red candlestick, that's a sell. So yeah, buy, the market goes up, and sell, the market goes down. So when you open the meta quotes, you'll see where we have the list, the quotes, that is the currency pairs, Euro USD, GBP, JPY. So yeah, if you understand how those colors do change, they do flicker every second. So every second you see red, blue, red, blue. So I could go to the meta quotes, and anytime I see red, I press, let's say, Euro USD flicked red. So that's when I just press the sell button, right? So that is what my trading journey was. So that is back in 2019, the first month, you understand? So I remember we used to deposit, the broker that I used to have, but then allowed us a deposit of 1%, $1, sorry. So that was my first deposit, actually $1. Then the next deposit was $20, I remember. And I never knew we had something like stop loss. Like I said before, I never knew you were supposed to analyze this market. I never knew until I did, lost the $20 thing. I think my balance was back to $5. I believe so. So when I was $5, guys, remember I was watching YouTube videos, and all YouTube did recommend what the Forex lifestyle, day in the life of a Forex trader. So those are the things that I used to watch, and to motivate me, guys. So when I was back at $5, my account back $5. Then YouTube miraculously, you know, suggested a video showing how to take $5 to whichever amount. And I was like, okay, I'm interested. It's like these guys have been watching us. So kept watching that video, going back to trading, and I was missing out something. So I had something like Baby Pips. That's when I started reading Baby Pips, guys. So yeah, I never had a mentor because I never had the funds, guys. If my deposit is $1, how am I going to, you know, afford a mentorship fee? We had. I think I joined a Telegram group where his signal. I mean, his mentorship went for $1,000, and I'm like, okay, if my first deposit is $1, how am I going to afford the $1,000 mentorship fee? So yeah, I just had to struggle, and I think you also say that after some months he's going to increase the mentorship fee up to 5K, and I'm like, okay, if my deposit is $1, how am I going to afford 5K? I just say, let me just keep on watching YouTube videos, so gathering information, and that is what I kept doing. So until I think I got the strategy, I can say the strategy that really fit me, guys. Remember, I've been using trend lines from the start. Now, when I was gathering all this information, guys, they were based on trend lines. So I was just adding more to the strategy. And I believe early last year, it started, getting into my mind, the skills that is. So that's when I kept on developing this trend strategy that I do use. Okay. It came to a point that every day I just need to open my trading view, try to not back testing, but for testing, and even just actually staring at the screen and understand what the market did, the market movements, asking myself questions why the market did this before doing that. So that is what I kept on doing. Remember, I'm just trying to train myself. So I was training my eyes, I was training my brain, to spot these things easily, right? So that is last year, like I said before, months passed by, 3 months later, 6 months, I'm getting it more. So I remember back then I used to risk 80 pips, 40 pips. And when Prop Firm thing came, yeah, of course, I got an account that was my Forex fund. I got an account with my Forex fund. And usually their rule states, of course, Prop Firm, you need not to risk more than 5% a day, right? So that's when I started knowing about risking, 1%. So I started risking 1%, calculating my risk 1%. But then my strategy, 1% sometimes would be 40 pips, 80 pips, 50 pips, 100 pips, and I'm targeting another 100 pips. So the risk to reward ratio was 1 to 2. So that just made me, use a smaller lot size, guys. That's another thing. But we learn, right? So definitely I passed my Forex fund, got funded. Then, what happened? The case came, then we lost our accounts, then back to now trading our personal account. Then I was kind of tired of this Prop Firm. Then after some months I did purchase another one. I'm not going to call the no, let me just call the name. I purchased, what's this, the Forex Funder. I had 50K account. Let me just call the names. Why, right, the Forex Funder. I purchased the Forex Funder, two accounts, 25, 25, 50K. Traded the account. And yeah, the reason why I also purchased the Forex Funder because I was seeing payouts, though I went to Trustpilot, but I saw some negative reviews, but then I kind of ignored those negative reviews because my Forex fund also had negative reviews, but then they were giving out payouts, same as my the Forex funder. So yeah, I got a Forex fund account, did the same. So basically, I only had a one withdrawal or one payout with the Forex funder. And when I was processing my second withdrawal, sorry, that's when the migration thing came. The migration thing came, right? The meta quotes migration. Remember, I'm still risking the 1% thing, 80 pips, 20 pips, 40 pips, that is. right? So the Forex funder never gave me my second payout. Yeah, so I got the funded trader program, right? So onto this the funded trader program, guys. I did pass that. First phase, I passed that after now 2 weeks, and the second phase, I passed that with the 3 days trading thing. Yeah, I remember I passed that on a Wednesday, and after passing the forex, what's that? The forex what? I've even forgotten the name, right? So after passing that, the forex farming program, something like that. I forgot the name because these names kind of look the same, guys. So yeah, I passed the second phase. Now when I got a live account, my first trade was a loss, second trade loss. So it was a loss. That is when the losing streak started, right? So after that, all I had to do was take the account back to break even, then get back profit, then make my first payout. So I was in a losing streak. Yeah, of course, I was winning some, losing some. But because of that 40 pips, 50 pip risk, right? I hope you guys are getting me now. Because of the 40 pips, 80 pips risk that I used to have, and maybe targeting 100, because now targeting 200 will be crazy. So if I lost, I'm going to lose maybe 40 or even $50. That is 1%. And if I win, I'm going to win $100. So if you kept losing, I was easily losing the $100 profit, guys. So I went back in drawdown for around 2 to 3 months, I remember. So, and then I had a good trade, NZD I'll never forget about that trade. That was the best trade on that joint, guys. So I went in. I remember I was down. I can't remember the percent, but all I remember was I was left with around $64, something like that, to blow that account. But when I saw NZD guys, I went in with a crazy lot side. I went in with, I think that was a one lot side. I said, okay, I've been trading this account for the past 3 months, and I've been in a drawdown. This a live account. And then let me say the reason why I also went in with a crazy lot size was when I checked on social media, the Instagram, prop firms were going wild. That is that's the period when prop firms were getting sharp, right? So I was like, okay, I've been trading this joint for the past 3 months, and now there are some stories going on about prop firms getting shot, and now the forex, what's that? The forex funding program. I can't remember what's the name. You guys know that. I also saw some negative reviews. Oh, people are not getting paid. And I'm like, okay, this is the third the prop firm, and I hear people are not getting paid. What's wrong? And then I said, okay. Anyway, since I'm only left with $64, and I'm definitely sure these guys are not going to pay me, even if I even if I get back to profit. And sometimes maybe this account or this profile might get shut anytime soon. So right now I'm not caring about anything. If it goes, let it go, because something is telling me, yo, these guys are not paying, and anytime from now they might run away. So when I had the NZD trade, I went in the one lot side. Let it go. If it goes, it goes. Yo, that trade was crazy. Sheesh. That trade took me from the drawdown back to break even and back to profit. Yo, that was amazing. Now, that was a thing in the evening when that trade hit TP. And actually, I think I gave that as a free signal to my public gang. So when the trade hit TP, guys, I was like, okay, let me just wait for a pair, of which I was not anticipating because of the crazy things that were going on around the prop firms. So in the morning, I received a message, an email, like, oh, your contract has been contaminated or something like. And I'm like, okay, what, did I violate any rule? And I'm like, no way. Did that trade go back, in a drawdown? checking, no way, everything is okay. So I went on Instagram and to check their page, and I got the same thing. Went to the website, and the website was down. I'm like, okay, how comes? This is the third platform getting funded. When it comes to withdrawal, another story. So then I was tired, and I'm like, okay, man, I don't need these platforms again. But then I started trading back the personal account. So during this time, I was like, okay, I've been risking this amount of pips, but the return is never great. That's why I was in that drawdown. So I said, okay, what if I do modify my trading strategy so that I can risk more? So yeah, I started working on that, and cut down my stop loss, to around 30 pips, I believe so, something like that. Because more, like I said, I was risking 80, 50, even 100. So I started cutting down my stop loss until I realized that if I risked less than 10 pips, then that is a good thing. So I started, sharpening this 10 pip thing, advancing it more. And I remember there's this trade, USD ZAR. I also gave out that signal. I went in risking 10, and I made $1,000. I'm like, okay, this one is working. So you see, all this while, guys, I don't have a mentor. I'm just trying to do anything. I remember I'm not backtesting this strategy with the demo account. I'm going in live, right? So if it goes, it goes. So that has been a journey, me developing my own strategy and advancing it more. So all I need to say, guys, that trading takes time, yes, but learning forex trading never stops. That is what I can say. Every day I come to the market and I learn, guys. I remember, today is first, so last month I think I lost all the trades that I took, because I had 3 wins, I believe so. So of that 3 wins, I won't count the 3 wins because the losses were crazy, right? And that was a losing streak, a crazy losing streak last month, August, I believe so. Yeah, that was August. Last month was August. Yeah, we are in September, guys. Crazy. Yeah, so August, I lost all the trades. Any trade that I did take, lost. If I buy, say the market sell. If I sell, the market buys. But I never realized something. I only realized the mistake on Friday when the market was closing. And I'm like, what? What? Why didn't I see this? Because the previous month, July, that is, yeah, July was a good trading month for me, because that is when I was, no, June, July, that was when I was advancing this 10 pip thing. So July, I was making crazy moves. Yeah, I think, yeah, if you check my YouTube videos, when I was uploading 400 pips win, crazy wins, that was July. Yeah, I believe so. So August, crazy, because I was not following my trading strategy. I missed on just one thing, guys: direction of the market. And I'm like, what? So, guys, yes, of course, I was incorporating my forex strategy, guys. But the thing is, I was using the strategy in the wrong side of the market. The markets were moving up, and I was trying to sell, because July I was selling like crazy. I was selling markets like crazy. And if you realize what happened June, July, markets were dropping, right? So there's a reason why I was also selling that time, because yeah, I'm not going to talk about what I saw and why I was confidently taking sales. I remember July is the month that I used to come live, record myself taking trades, doing the analysis, and then using wins. That was July. I saw something before. So when August came, I never revised the market to tell me that the direction changed. I was risking 1% when in profit, but since I went in a losing streak, I never risked 1%. I was risking 0 point something. So the losses were so crazy, but they were tiny, right? So if we get a good trade, it's going to take care of everything, because the 10 pip thing that I've been working on is crazy. Because if we risk 10, I remember I'm a person who target 100 pips, 200 pips, 300, 400 pips. Can you imagine risking 10 pips and the market rewards you up to 400 pips? You see, that's a crazy amount of risk to reward ratio. So when I did understand about that, is when I did understand, about risk management, risk to reward. Because if we read initially, I did risk 80 pips and target 100 pips. That's like 1 to 1, which is not a good return. Personally, that's my opinion. But if we risk 10 pips and target 100, for example, that's 1 to 10, which is crazy. 10 pips and go for 400, 1 to 4, that is crazy. So the reward is crazy. So now I do concentrate on reward. No matter how many losses I take, I know 1 or 2 trades going to, take care of everything. So I've been developing this joint. So it doesn't mean that when you watch this video and you go back to trading, you try risking 10 pips. No, I don't come to the market and say, let me just take a buy, let me take a sell. Okay, I'm going to risk 10 pips. No, I do the analysis in depth, guys. And when I place my stop loss, and the market hits the stop loss, that means the market is changing direction. So